Hey guys, it's a lucrative channel, Create Lucrative. You know what we do, we build things, design things, you name it. And my main job is in project management, heavy civil construction. And it's kind of exciting video for me because I've been wanting to do this for a while and the project's finally coming to an end. This will be my last week here. And I wanted to sit there and get the job site progress and talk through everything we've done. Now, of course, I can walk through with my phone and talk about all the things we've done, but I think it's better to get it from an aerial view from the sky. So let's take it in. There's a subcontractor that bored from this well all the way to our job site. Now, as you see, there's grass. This is their little nursing area to repair patches of dirt eventually over time, right? So the work that we performed here was we had to core into this vault, get the penetrations for the electrical, for the 4-inch, it's a 4-inch PVC that goes inside of the well. We didn't do the mechanical side or the electrical side of things, but we did this little pad, and that's where the electrical components are. So that all goes into this well to give the pump power. Now let's speed this thing up. Every day at work. It's a little cloudy today, and that's completely fine. So the main guts of the project we'll walk you through. So they bored all the way over here where this piece of equipment is, right there. You'll see it. There was a huge hole. Now we had to, that's where the boring stopped. So we connected a HDPE pipe. We tapped into the conduit as well, and we ran that line all the way over here around. Well, one trench went to this building, which is, you see there's a Christie box and there's an MCC inside this building, and then the HDPE, we ran it around this tank. And you can't see any of our work. Maybe I can try to put some footage in here, but you can visualize it. Now, there's two lines here, 4-inch and a 6-inch. So I said 4-inch at that well, but I was incorrect. It was actually 6-inch. So we ran that 6-inch underneath the ground, put a riser, put some jewelry there, and we are going to tap into this manifold. This 4-inch line actually comes from the other well. Now, all this colorful pipe you see here is brand new, along with those pipe supports. And this pad, I mean, it is like a mechanical pad, but this concrete pad that we put, you know, we formed it, placed it, we're good to go. Now, the fun stuff here is this hillside probably went in where the beginning of this ring wall ends, maybe a little further. And we had to excavate all that back, even down some of this. So if you see all that fresh dirt, we had to dig all that out. It's a 1-to-1 slope, and we had to form the footing for this wall. We formed this footing, poured that back, and then the fun part happened to where we start doing the actual forms for this retaining wall. And it's raked, so it has like a little slope to it, if you see. And this is just to retain the wall. Now behind this wall, there's this Mirify. It's a waterproof system that pretty much keeps the electrostatic pressure, right? The water keeps it controlled so it seeps down. And then we got some catch basins here. I think that's all covered too. So wow, this is not really a good video for that. But if you look closely, there is a V-ditch just covered in dirt, which we kind of seen coming. We did that as well. And there's catch basins, but they're all covered with dirt. So on the side of that, if you see there, you got this 4-inch pipe, two 4-inch pipes. One of them's connected to this catch basin, the other one's connected to that Mirify, that waterproofing system that we have. And we're going to do a concrete encasement here on both ends of the wall to daylight them. Now, another fun part of this project is this ring wall for this new tank. So the best way to visualize it is they're going to build a tank identical to that here. And there's a subcontractor doing that work. So we did the structural properties of this project. So we obviously formed this center column. We had to excavate. There's a huge hole. It'd be better if I showed you guys the actual videos of the progress, which I might get to that edited in this video. So this would be near complete project, and as you see, we had to form this ring wall, which is the footing for the tank. Form that center column, backfill, compact, place this gravel, and it looks real nice and pretty. Now let's get into this pipe. Initially in our scope of work, it was just this manifold, and this manifold, it just ended there. But halfway through our project, it seemed like it got past the engineers and everybody that there was no pipe, no inlets, no discharge, no overflow, no drain, and we had to hit them with the change order, of course. But it opens up some more work for us to stay here longer. So if you look closely, you'll see where this 8-inch line goes underneath the ground. It comes up there for the tank, and you'll see that the guys are working on now is this 14-inch line from the discharge that connects to this tank and this pump house. And if you look over here, you'll see that the trench starts feeding this way towards this catch basin, and that would be your overflow and your drain. Now it's not done yet, they're in the progress of this, but you'll see that they come together, the overflow and the tank, and you got all our jewelry on this 14-inch discharge, and it looks real nice. It's coming together smooth. So we had to cut back the concrete. If you see, it's cut at an angle. Sorry guys, I'm flying around all wild, but we cut it at an angle because we didn't want to destroy too much of the parking lot. There's constant traffic, the employees that have to maintain, the country club. So we cut it back, removed it, and that's how we were able to get the clearance, get the form panels in here, place concrete. Another fun fact is these anchor bolts. So we had to put these anchor bolts in perfect placement for this new tank. Now I can get into more depth of all the work that we actually did into detail, but I just want to give you guys a broad view, broad perspective on the scope of work and what we've done so far leading to the end of this project. Now if you look here, there's another well. Oop, zoomed in too much. There's another well right here. Now from this well, we had to put the electrical conduit, and this is where the 4-inch PVC kicks in. So we obviously cut the concrete, we had to dig, excavate, place the pipe, backfill, compact, all the way back over here. Now this line runs underneath these two lines, and it comes up to this manifold right here. So you'll see it there. That's the 4-inch. So that's another scope of work. So what we got to do is, the ending of this project is finishing these pipelines, backfilling it, compacting it. We got to drill and dowel, place our concrete. Once we're done with our concrete for this trench path, all our pipes, all this missing concrete over here, and if you've seen some of that damaged concrete over there, once we do that, our project is over completely. Pretty fun, exciting. I try to make this video as short as possible and sweet, just so you guys can see what it is on a day-to-day life of a construction worker. So yeah, see you guys. We're out.